Hello friends, and welcome to another edition of On the Farm. On this edition we visited the first ever farmers market at evening. Began at 4 p.m. and concluded somewhere around 8 p.m. We took the opportunity to speak to the Minister of Agriculture as well as the Director of Agriculture to gauge their reports on the farmers market at night. Additionally, we also spoke to some farmers to get their views on the activity. Stay with us. When we come back, our feature.
Fresh local fruit and vegetables produced for our nourishment. Buy local, eat local.
Welcome back and thanks for staying. Farmers Market, the first of its kind for the Ministry and Department of Agriculture. Let's take in the sounds and sights of that activity. Honourable Minister, the Ministry continues to find creative ways to promote farmers, to promote our Buy Local, Eat Local campaign. We're having the first farmers market at afternoon. It's after 4. I see you have already purchased some local products. Tell us about the initiative.
Well, any initiative used by the Department and Ministry of Agriculture to engage the general public and to help the farmers along will always be supported by myself and also the team at the Department and the Ministry. I believe this afternoon's activity is a useful one. It is the first time we are having such an activity, and you know, anything that is done for the first time has to be advertised properly, has to get the support of the general public. Those ingredients are needed for it to be successful. It has just started because it's a little after 4. And thus far, I believe most of the persons who have come here have already bought quite a number of products. So I believe as the afternoon goes along, it goes until 8 o'clock this evening. So by later on this afternoon or this evening, we'll be able to gauge to see whether our effort was a worthwhile one. I do believe though that it's going to be successful this afternoon based on what I'm seeing at the start of the event here. I want to commend the department and the ministry for the effort and for the initiative. And of course, we have behind the cameras the Permanent Secretary, the directors, everybody would have done their bit in terms of bringing this to fruition. I want to encourage our farmers though to use this as a platform for themselves to initiate similar activities. It doesn't take the department or the Ministry of Agriculture to have such an event. Farmers can band themselves together, as in the case of the River Farmers Co-op, who would have done similar activities over the years. I want other areas on the island of Nevis to engage in such activities, whether it's in the north, south, east or west. It is there for all of us.
One of the reasons behind the initiative is to ensure that Nevisians get an opportunity to buy local produce at a reasonable price. You would have purchased some things. What are the prices like here at the moment?
Well, to be honest, I didn't ask the price. I just gave them $115 and said, get me that. I went there and picked up some products from Jonas and gave him $40 until he got me some stuff. Yeah. Most times I put a price to what I purchase, but when it comes to something to eat, I don't always look at the cost. But it is important to ensure that we maintain reasonable prices on our locally produced products. That is why I've always been saying that our farmers need to sit down and quantify or put a value to the input in terms of what they would have placed into the production of these crops, so as to come up with a true value and not just pick a figure from out there. That is why in most cases it's difficult for local products to compete with foreign imported goods. And I do believe we can compete both in quality and price, but we need to know what what the inputs are, so that we can come up with a true value. But I believe right now persons are not so much asking about prices also. But the whole idea is to bring them here to purchase and get some additional sales for our farmers that they would have gotten at this time of the day. And that is the important thing. So whereas price is important, the initiative in terms of bringing people together, bringing farmers together and getting some sales this late in the afternoon and going into the evening is important. And that is why I'm saying, as I said before, it is important that throughout the island of Nevis you should find similar activities whereby persons are brought together. And then it would galvanize our thinking and our effort as we try to push further into having people eat local. You have to have initiatives so that persons can come together and understand that all of us are in this together to achieve the same common goal, and that is to eat local, buy local.
For us to get our family, which is the Nevis community, to eat healthy, we have to have the food at an affordable price, good quality and an affordable price. And then we're having a question about them eating healthy. You understand? So we get them off the fastest food and the farming food, and we can concentrate more on the local.
I think it is a good idea on the evening, because when everybody finish working there where they do the shopping, I think it is nice. It's a good idea. In the morning, people are busy, hurry up to go to work, but in the afternoon, everybody come and shop. It's short and quick, yes, but it's good.
Well, my thoughts is it's a very good idea. It seems like everybody happy and they're shopping and they're coming out. So anybody out there, you want to come and join the fun. Sales couldn't be going any way better. People coming, going, and everybody seems to be very interested.
What are some of the products you have?
Well, we have your pumpkin, tomato, silk banana, ordinary ripe banana, squash, passion fruit, local passion fruit, seasoned pepper, stuff like that.
So far, it was first time out here, but very good, very good. The turnout, the people them respond, and you know, it was very good. It's good, good so far.
What about the pricing of your goods?
Well, the pricing is not the pricing like in the market or elsewhere. It's a little cheaper down here because it's farmers. Well, for me, it's farmers. I produce most of the stuff, so it go a little cheaper.
Talk to us about what you have on sale today.
Well, today I have plantains, potato, eggplant, seasoned pepper, eggs, bananas.
What is the general idea behind Farmers Market at night?
The general idea of the farmers market, and I'll give a little history. It started with a conversation with some farmers last year on our 24th agriculture open there, in terms of what is it the department can do to ensure that the general public is able to continue to see who our farmers are, able to interact with the persons who are producing our food. And the questions were asked of one or two farmers that if we have something like this, would they support it? And they said yes. When we had discussion and when the idea was further thrown, we had a little uptoss in terms of whether we should do it early morning, which is the norm, or whether we should do it in the evening. I think it was just about 2 weeks ago we actually decided, okay, yes, we're going to do it in the evening, we're going to do something different. And we're indeed happy that we actually did something different, because what you see here this afternoon is testimony that there are times that people do like changes.
You know, I visited one stall and I overheard the farmer giving a price of $1.50 per pound of melon. One of the things the Ministry and Department continues to do is to ensure that divisions are getting quality products at quality prices. What was the thoughts behind that?
Well, when we spoke to our farmers, we would have met with them individually, and we spoke with them in terms of the whole concept. What is it that we would like to achieve in terms of the farmers market? And as you rightfully said, we wanted to ensure that our people is able to have access to food at a reasonable price. And one of the things that we indicated to them, that it is not a vendor's market, it's a farmer's market, and the prices that you offer here is the prices that we want to know that any individual shop on your farm, that's the price you're going to be offering, and that's the whole push behind of it.
Indications are, from what we are seeing, a very good response to farmers market at evening. Is this something that we can look forward to on the calendar for 2020?
Well, it is something that you look on the calendar for every month going forward. We're not just going to wait until 2020. Within the initial, we said that we're going to do it monthly. But from the indication here, and from speaking to one or two of our farmers, but after this event, we're going to speak to our farmers to see if it's something that we could do a little more frequent. Because again, our objective is to ensure that not just our island is food secured, but we want to ensure that we are nutrition secured also.
Finally, give us your general thoughts on the month of activities. 1 week to go, we would have had the New River Farmers Cooperative Open Day. We initiated Eat Local Thursdays. Yesterday was at Sunshines. Next week we go to the Taste of Eden.
Right.
What are your thoughts on as we move forward in terms of the month of activities for agriculture?
Well, let me first of all say the fact that we are still having this event for the past 6 years, this is the 7th hosting, of course. The fact that we're still doing it and we haven't lost any momentum over the years says that it's an important initiative that has been organized over the years. I do believe thus far we have achieved our objective in terms of staying significant and staying, on the lips of the people of Nevis in terms of keeping agriculture going. I believe it will continue to grow with these new initiatives, this one, and also, for example, next week, Friday, when we have the Meat Festival. These are the kind of new initiatives we want to introduce as we go along. In the past, we did the Pork Festival, which was somewhat one-dimensional in terms of the type of meat product. But with the Meat Festival next week, we're hoping to have additional meat products available. And then next year, of course, based on what happened this year, we can always come up with new and more valuable ideas next year so as to keep the momentum going. I do believe that the month of activity has fulfilled its objectives to date, whether this year or in the past, and I do believe that the people of Nevis have been looking forward to this and will continue to look forward to it.
Well, friends, that's it for another edition of On the Farm. Top of Government Road was a buzz of activity on the 24th of May for the first ever farmers market, and by all indication, this may very well not be the last one. We hope that you enjoy this edition and hope that you come out to the next farmers market, wherever it may be. Additionally, we hope to see you on Friday for Meat Festival on the waterfront. We will have a variety of meat products, cooked and uncooked, as well as some of these farmers. Well, that's it for this edition. The ministry continues to support farmers and to encourage you to participate in some form of farming, be it backyard or, if you wish, commercial stage. The ministry department is standing by ready and willing to assist you. So until then, I am Rohan Isles, and I'll see you on the farm.